Welcome back everyone to yet another edition of the Forest Career Mode, and today we're going to get well into this season really, because you know we've been kind of going a little bit slowly recently because I've had to play out 2 games at a time, but this time we're back to playing 3 games and 3 massive games: Chelsea, Spurs away, and then Dortmund. We continue our Champions League run. Of course, we kicked it off in the last episode against Anderlecht, a 3-0 win, a very convincing win as well really. Probably could have gone a little bit differently on another day, but 3-0 win, that's all that matters, and we'll simulate Barnsley away in the League Cup. But yeah, Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, a fixture we did very recently in real life, and of course, it's kind of seen as a little bit of a rivalry now in this series because of the past games against them. And of course, we've had a fantastic start to our season. We're second in the league table, unbeaten, 5 wins from 5. I think we have to be going for the Premier League title this season. I think that is an aim, or at least continue to challenge for it. I think in Europe, obviously the Champions League is our main aim. I think we could definitely go far if we have a good run. I think like quarterfinals would be very acceptable. And also, if you missed who we've got in our Champions League group, we also have Valencia on top of Anderlecht and Dortmund, like you saw earlier on. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to play Chelsea, and we also signed Hudson-Odoi and Arap in the last episode. In fact, no, I don't even know. Yeah, we signed Hudson-Odoi in the last episode, Arap and Pavard. They're the players we've gone for. One of you wasn't very happy about me signing Hudson-Odoi because of him ripping us apart the other week. But come on, Hudson-Odoi is a great player. He will definitely prove you wrong. I'm sure he will, mate. But yeah, Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. Let's hopefully continue this winning start. Back at Stamford Bridge, we've played Chelsea probably the most out of any team in this career mode now. Of course, in the Europa League, played them in the League Cup and the FA Cup as well. All those times they beat us. Yep. So for our team, we're going to go full strength, of course, because why would we not for a game like this? As for their team, what? Gabriel Jesus up front. So they must have either sold Timo Werner on Nemesis, or they've got Werner and Jesus. One of them's on the bench. We need to check where Werner's gone to, because I don't know where. He must have left, surely. Pulisic, Bergwijn, Arthur, Loftus-Cheek has gone back to Chelsea, because I think it was at like Brighton or someone random like that. Egginson, don't know who that left back is really. Longlay's there, a player we could have got for free last season, only we couldn't afford his wages. Roman Yoli, a youngster, and Kepa, who one of you said I should go for as a goalkeeper. I mean, maybe he wouldn't be a bad option, to be honest. So then, Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge. Let's hopefully go and get the W. Oh, that was, what the bloody hell? What was that? Did you just see that? I wasn't even commentating. We passed it straight to Jesus. Luckily, it didn't go in. Okay, so it's going to be a corner to Chelsea, swung by Bergwijn. And that luckily came to nothing. Not a good start. Chelsea is straight in straight away. They're in again. Arthur! Disastrous start, lads. Chelsea were on top right from the very get-go. They split us apart there. Absolutely tore through us. Well, okay then. Arthur, a player that I love using in career mode. Has gone and scored. That was actually a good goal, to be fair. But they absolutely ripped us through there. No one knew what was going to go. What is wrong with me? No one knew what was happening. That was what I was meant to be saying. Lamps is happy. The ex-Ram. Well, there we go. Quite a poor start. That was absolutely terrible, that start. Wake up, lads. Hudson-Odoi coming back to his old team as well, of course. Haaland, who's got an injury. Haaland's got an injury. Please don't tell me it's going to be long. I might have to take him off. Luckily, we signed out for a reason, and Hudson-Odoi scores his first goal for Forest against his old team. You couldn't write it. Callum Hudson-Odoi, our brand new number 10, replacing Carvalho, of course, for about 40-odd million. Gets his first goal for Forest against his old team. Bergwijn, though. It's not what you want to see, lads. Bergwijn. No. Cuts it back to Loftus-Cheek. Clear your lines. Not very well, though. Arthur. If you want a lesson of how to defend terribly, just watch all my videos. Just watch Rad's Gaming and you'll see. You'll get a perfect execution of how to do it. I've always been terrible at defending. I just get the ball and just press random buttons. And, well, not literally, but, you know, I just pass it. Not knowing who I'm passing it to. And Arthur suddenly is now a goal-scoring machine and has 2 against us. Now, come on, lads. React. Morgan's through. Goes for goal. Good save. Can Haaland turn? And Haaland very nearly did. He's not that much of a miracle worker. Of course, he scored a hat-trick on his Dortmund debut the other day, which is, yeah, quite a statement of how good that lad's going to be. Good White. Finds Greenwood. Got to be a goal. And it is a goal. Greenwood, yet again, strikes against Chelsea. That's like his third goal against them. Greenwood in ways is like the unsung hero. You don't really pay attention to him, but, you know, everyone looked at Tonali and Haaland. People forget about just how crucial Greenwood has been for us. He scores a lot of important goals. And that's another one there. 4 goals already this season. Gibbs White. Can he find enough space? Gibbs White. Plays it to Haaland. Turns and shoots. And went to Kepa. And that is it for half time. Very entertaining first half of the neutral. For us, probably a few concerns defensively. I know we just signed a really good defender in Pavan. But if you don't play well with them, you're still going to, you know, concede goals. So, yeah, I've got to improve on that front. But 2-2 against Chelsea. Pulisic though. Christian plays it in. Artur. If Artur gets a bloody hat-trick against me, then, yeah, I don't know what to say. Pulisic though. Plays it back. Artur. Artur is... If Werner's not actually with them anymore, Artur's going to become the new man we need to be where we are against Chelsea, because he's could have had like 4. Luckily that corner. Werner is there. Werner is there. So they've got Werner and Jesus. Why would you bench Werner? Why the hell would you do that? Well, this is a real test now, I think, of our ability, because if we want to prove that we are good enough to challenge for the league and even Champions League right now, we have to come back. Oh, get another goal, you know. It's 2-2. It's not much that's really been happening. Haaland, I feel like the only area we can really change right now when we need a goal is up front. So I'm going to give Amap a chance. Let's just put some faith in him. And why not Douglas Luiz for Lenia? Morgan. Morgan goes for goal. Douglas Luiz. Oh, what a way that would have been to end the game. Chelsea have had loads of chances in this second half. You know, we only just ended the run of their consecutive wins when we came here last season. 1-0, I think it was. Definitely tight. And they're making it very difficult for us here. Our app. Still got the ball. Loses the ball too easily there. Gibbs White. With a very entertaining game for the neutral. And probably, yeah, definitely a fair result. Chelsea should be happy with that. We're happy with that, I think. We could have definitely won it. And yeah, 2-2 draw against Chelsea. I will take that. I'll take that. The thing is, they've got bloody Werner and Jesus. Why have they got 2 world-class strikers? Why replace Werner? Seriously, it was a bit weird that, but okay. 2-2 draw with Chelsea. And so Barnsley away in the League Cup. It's a competition I've not really played in much, apart from one game against Chelsea, which you lost on penalties. I've gone fully rotated. Meunier getting a chance and players like that. 2-0 win with our second team. Matty Cash from right back getting both of the goals. That's very interesting. Gave chances to a lot of younger players as well, but 2-0 win. But though, after a tough game against Chelsea, it's now time to face Spurs. No easy team at all. Of course, for quite a long while, we did not even beat Spurs. It took us like 2 seasons to beat them when we went and beat them like 5-0. So, yeah, we ended that quite convincingly. But Spurs at home, the last time we faced them at our own ground, it was really quite boring. It was quite a boring game. Nothing happened. There was like 5 highlights for the whole game. So hopefully it's more lively. Third in the league table. We want to try and get a win here. You know, we were denied a win against Chelsea. From these 2 games, I would have taken not winning at least one of them. So hopefully we can get a win here. Spurs at home. And I've just realised this is actually the first home game that we're going to play this season at our own ground. Because I'm pretty sure there have been at least a few games at home that we've played. And we simulated it. So this is the first time I've come back to the BTEC City ground. So our team, we're going to go full strength, of course, for a game like this. As for their side, no Harry Kane, unless he's on the bench or he's left Spurs. Interesting. Belotti's now up front. Sessegnon, a player we could still get, of course. We've also got Ceballos still there. I'm pretty sure that Gabriel used to play for Arsenal. Was that someone else? I don't know. Rodri, I'm not sure who their captain is. Brooks, I don't know about I really don't know about their fullbacks. Neto And that other centre-back, I don't know who he is. So very interesting looking Spurs team there. Ceballos though is in straight away. It's not what you want to see. Brooks goes for it, and it's good defending from Pavard. Haaland plays it to Gibbs-White. Can Gibbs-White put us in front? He very nearly did. Of course, not actually been in the lead at all this episode so far. I've been behind twice and leveled twice. Morgan, Gibbs-White on the ball, plays it back. Tons of space for Hudson-Odoi, went for goal. It's good clearance. Oh, Tonali swings it in. Hudson-Odoi couldn't quite get it there. It seems again that Spurs at home is a bit of a dull game, because I'm pretty sure the first season they came here and it was like 1-1 or something dull like that. Not much happened. 0-0 last season. It's 0-0 here again. Let's just hope that it's going to be more dramatic in the second half. But Greenwood's had a bit of a slow game. No shots or any goals at all. Not really many clear-cut chances either. So, yeah, got to improve. Alright, and corner to Spurs then. Just hopefully just see if they can fire some life into the game. And they do. Unfortunately, it's not where we wanted to score, but it is Belotti. Right. Okay, tough start to this episode. Tough episode it is, 'cause it's not the start, is it? But a draw with Chelsea. We were quite lucky to get that, to be honest. And now we're behind in our own backyard to Spurs. Right. Dortmund next. That ain't going to be easy either. Greenwood. One back well. Gibbs-White. Get in there! It's the least we deserve. We've not been amazing, but we deserve a point. And we need a point more like. Just like Greenwood, like I was saying against Chelsea. Another little unsung hero here. You don't really think about Gibbs-White as one of the most important players. But he pops up with loads of really important goals. And that is yet another one. You get a draw at Spurs. Draw at home to Spurs. Another very good point. But we really need to be getting a win from these two games. Come on, lads. Go and get a goal. Hudson-Odoi. Gibbs-White plays it in. Got clean space for Haaland. Neto. And it's scrambled away by Spurs. Alright, a massive opportunity here to get a late winner. I don't know if Greenwood's the right man to be taking this, but we're going to go with it. Greenwood. Come on. Come on. On target. Straight at Neto. Good. Not bad, really. Come on. Good. Gibbs-White. Oh, good save. Picking up massively now. Much better. Come on, we still get it. Alenia swings it in. Neto, what a goalkeeper he's been in this game. That's poor. That's very poor for me, that. And that is going to be it. Well, again, I'll take a point against Spurs. At least it's more of a actual, challenge. Realistic, unlike previous games against top sides. But yeah, that was really difficult, that game. This game in Chelsea proved that we are still, I'm not saying we're not to their level. I think we are definitely close and probably on their level, really. But it just shows that it ain't going to be easy. And it is a 1-1 draw with Spurs. But though, now it is time for the main event of this episode. Another massive game. Probably the biggest game we're going to play in Europe. It is Dortmund at home. And I've actually just Googled who was the last team that we played in the Champions League at home, or the European Cup. And believe it or not, I didn't even know this. It was CSKA Sofia, a Bulgarian team, and we actually lost 1-0. And that was back in 1981. That was the last time we were actually in this competition. But now we come back to face a very big team in Borussia Dortmund. Going to be very interested to see what their team looks like. They beat Valencia 3-0 in the last game. You know what, let's do a cheeky little press conference then. Bowen is in good form. Will you see more of him today? It's a bit of a weird question to ask, even though he's only really played once this season. I'll just say rotation is key. Can your team continue their Champions League campaign with another win? I think if we're on form, we can, because I'd say Dortmund are probably the same kind of level to Chelsea and Spurs. If we can draw with them, we can beat Dortmund. So I'm going to say, of course. On paper, it looks like Borussia Dortmund and Forest seem similar in terms of ability, how you approach the game. Well, not that. I'll just say focus on playing well. So let's get into the first home game of the Champions League since 1981. So unfortunately, this game is not at night, which is a bit weird because this happens sometimes in FIFA. A Champions League game should be at night. There was like a Europa League game last season which was in the day. Doesn't look right, a Champions League game in the day, but this is still special. Champions League football is back at the City ground. I can't believe that those words came out of my mouth. Unfortunately, though, it is in a game, not real life. Of course, Erling Brandt Haaland facing his brand new team in real life. Scored a hat-trick after coming on in the second half after being 2-0 down. He's got a hat-trick within 34 minutes. I mean, that says a lot about you, doesn't it? Full strength team, their team. Firmino's there, Son's there. Oh my God, what a team. That team is fire. Kai Havertz has gone there. Controversial. Sancho's still there. Torreira, Guendouzi's at Arsenal midfield. Got Son, of course. Robbo at left back. John Stones, Rudiger. This team, Reece James, Buki. It's basically Premier League players apart from Havertz. That is a very interesting looking team. Only 2 real life players in Buki and Sancho. That is bloody interesting. It's going to be tough. This is also a chance though for a statement. If we can get a result here, even a draw, I think that says a lot. I think that will prove that we are capable of maybe winning this competition or going deep. It's a good chance though. Havertz, a player that we were, well, I didn't actually say we were thinking about signing him, but one of you suggested him. It would be a bloody good signing because he's brilliant in game. It's been quite a average game so far. Not much has really happened apart from just tons of possession for both teams. Sancho then. The summer corner for Dortmund. Sancho back to Torreira. Goes for goal. And that was fired right over the bar. Haaland against his former team. Against his current team. The team he's just joined in real life. Plays it in. And we're 1-0 up after 36 minutes. In our first home game in the Champions League for, I don't know how many years, but 1981 was the last year that we played in this competition at home. And it is Mason Greenwood, as always, to get the goal. And it was Haaland who, if he gets a goal against his real team, it would be quite a big thing, really, wouldn't it? But no, it wasn't even Greenwood. It was Alenia. What am I on about? Alenia got the goal. Haaland. We could go and get 2 goals in quick succession. Haaland put it wide, unlike him. Firmino goes for goal. Good chance. Bit of a weird sign that from Dortmund, but a good one as well. Nice. Greenwood plays it in. It's got to be Haaland! And it is Haaland just before half-time. And it is Erling Brandt Haaland who strikes against his real team. Oh, boys, this really how good we actually are now. We're beating a very good Dortmund team. We've seen how good their side is. And we're beating them 2-0 before half-time. It did take a bit of a while to get going. But we've got going now. We 100% have it. Are we really good enough? Is this a statement? We're beating Dortmund 2-0. It's because we won it. Last season in the Europa League, one of the reasons I think we got knocked out is because in my head I was being complacent. I thought, yeah, we'll do this easy. We don't have to try. We've got a really good team. But then again, you know full well that is not the case. In this case, I know. I don't know what to expect. So, yeah, that's the whole fun of it, really, isn't it? But 2-0 up at half-time against Dortmund. Son goes for goal, and that hit the side netting. Could very well have fanned the net, that. Oh, Guendouzi. Guendouzi goes for goal. Dortmund have had a few good chances now in the second half. They've improved. And so some changes then. What a moment this is for Matty Cash. He's played in this stadium for Forest many times in the Championship. And now he's going to get to play in it in the Champions League for his own club. That is quite a special moment. We're going to give Yao Byrne a chance for Greenwood. And a player that we've not seen today. What about... I've not played Vinagre, but with Mings ain't going to get many chances like when McKenna comes back, so I'll give him a chance. Not bad. Reece James, Chelsea player, of course, swings it in, and Firmino gets a goal back. Probably is deserved from Dortmund. You know, they have had many chances in this game. No celebrations, which is a bit weird, but okay. It's Firmino that gets a goal back for them lot. And yeah, can't really say much more than that. We've just got to hold on now. Come on, lads, we can't let this slip. We've got to hold on. Don't bottle it. Come on. We can't do this, lads. Marco Reus. He's still at Dortmund then. Swings it in. Luckily, it was cleared by Kera. I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. That's terrible for me. Really poor. Blow the whistle, ref. Guendouzi to Royce. No, not like this. Puts it wide and we get a massive win. Massive win in the Champions League. 2-1 over Borussia Dortmund. By far and away the hardest team in the group other than us. I think Valencia, they're no write-offs. That'll be in the next episode, of course. But that is it. We get off to the perfect start back in this competition. A 2-1 win. But credit to Dortmund. They made it very difficult in that second half. We managed to hold on. Parlin with one goal and the other goal was from Alenia and Firmino for them. Very, very, very good win. Okay, so some training then. Basically, it's the same as last season. They've got Arap. I think Vinagre was on drills last season, just in the second half. Anyway, Pentena wasn't, so I've given his drills. Martasan going to continue to train up. His first real drill for Pentena gets an A. Poor from Arap. And Martasan an average for Cash and Vinagre. Alright, and so we'll just simulate this game against Southampton. We're actually now into October. But we also just get on with it. 2-0 win. That's just what we needed after 2 straight games without a win. Alenia and Gibbs White for us. So, of course, now for the next episode, we can finally start at the beginning of a month. Now, I know I have simulated the first 2 weeks, basically, but it's a sim game, and there's only one game that I've simulated in the first 2 weeks. So, like, it basically is the start of a month. But we will simulate Sheffield United, even though they are doing brilliant in real life, and we've not actually played them once in this career mode. But I want to start things off with Valencia. I think that's away. Probably is. That we'll find out. Arsenal away at the Emirates. We always have to play a game like that. And then 3 different competitions in one episode. We're going to play Leeds in the League Cup. I don't know whether that's away or at home. Hopefully it's away because Ellen Road's quite a cool ground to play at. Still in the Champions League, going very strong. And in the league, obviously, we're in a very good situation. 2 points off the top after 8 games. So that is it for yet another episode of The Forest Crewman. If you have enjoyed, of course, like and subscribe. There's lots more to come from this series. Only I do have lots of plans for the future and, you know, future career modes and that. A lot of you have already said do an RCG. That'd be fun. I'd love to do that, but we'll see what happens. Don't really know why I'm saying that, but yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But until next time, lads, like and subscribe to Ads Gaming. And of course, I'll see you later.